Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kindy Rockstars. This is the show that gives you the stories behind the songs from some of the best bands and singers that are making fun, informative, educational, catchy, and occasionally silly songs for children and families. I'm your host, Patrick Adams, and each episode of Kindy Rockstars will feature an artist and a featured song. So let's get to this week's show. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Kindy Rockstars. We have an album feature tonight with our guests, Amanda Panda and Rob Duquette, better known as KindKids Music. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
Hi, thanks for having us.
You got it. All right. Well, tell us a little bit about yourselves, how you guys got into making music for kids.
You want to go first?
Well, yeah, it's probably similar to a lot of people. My kids were of the age where I didn't really... I don't know that we were connecting so much with some of the kids' music, and so we just started making our own. So I started singing songs about brushing your teeth, about kindness, of course, and at some point I was asked to play at a daycare center nearby, and so I was able to bring the kids, and we started doing that every week. And next thing you know, I had an album's worth of material. so it just became a very natural thing that led to a good portion of my career. It was really nice natural thing.
And that was before we met, actually.
Yeah.
On the flip side, I was simultaneously homeschooling my kids and using music to help teach them to read and to do math and science. And so I was creating my versions of folk tunes and changing the words around to make them more applicable and accessible for what we were doing. And then when Rob and I met, it was kind of like, kind of a perfect match.
Very good. Yeah, the origin story of people making music for kids 90% of the time includes, kids of their own, or they teach a class of kids, and all of a sudden they've got enough material for an album. So that sends them down the path.
Yeah. Parents would always say, "Oh, that's great. Can I use that?" Sure.
I had an album when we met, and soon after we met, I helped her make an album of her music, and so all of a sudden, she does puppets, and I do this, and we just fit together like just perfectly,
And so, when did you guys form and start making music for kids and doing albums?
Yeah, so I mean, each one of us had been doing it since our kids were little. So my son's 21 now, so it's been over 20 years for me, and I think the same for you, right?
Yeah, close to that.
Yeah, and then we just teamed up together about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. Then we got married and all that good stuff.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, do you have any other albums before this one?
Yes, I have an Amanda Panda album called Play for Life, actually. And that came out, I don't remember what year that came out, 2018?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have your...
I did one, I think it's from 2010 or 11 maybe, and it's just under my name. It's called Love is Contagious. So I think that's still floating around there too.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, well, let's talk about this album.
Yeah.
And it's called Time to Grow.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about how all of that came together. What kind of themes are you hitting? What was your inspirations and all that good stuff?
Yeah, well, lucky for us, there was a pandemic. So we lost all of our gigs and had to record an album because we didn't know what to do with ourselves.
Well, actually, I started demoing a lot of the songs just to kind of get a feel for arrangements and things like that. And I didn't know exactly what we were going to do. And then we kind of returned to it about a year later because we were still in the pandemic, and that's when I kind of re-recorded a few things here and there, and had a good friend, John Cumnick, play bass on everything, and I just recorded everything else.
So Rob did all the instruments himself in our home studio.
Yeah.
And then we sang some of the songs out in the garden.
Whatever
We tried to do
works.
we tried to do some of like the best of his songs and my songs combined, and collaborate on some of the new ones. And
Yeah, the themes did tend to come together. I think ultimately it's all about helping kids, but also helping parents. You could probably talk more about that, but
yeah, we really like to give tools to parents and teachers and caregivers, as well as to the kids. One thing I know someone said about Rob's music was that it was as fun for the grown-ups as it was for the kids, which made us really happy.
Yeah.
'Cause, nobody likes a cheesy kids song, so we tried to.
And I had that in mind when I started. Back when in that take care gig that I mentioned, I had it in mind that I wanted to. I appreciate just about every kids performer I've ever seen, but I did think about having a message of some kind in there as well.
Yeah, it's critical, I think, to have music that the adults will be good with too. I have the same exact approach. As much as I would love to record the next Baby Shark and rake in those billions.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think and they're pretty advanced themes, but there's a way to introduce them to them, simply like with I Am Peaceful or other songs that we do. It's stuff that we still work on,
resilience, or being kind to yourself, self-care, those kinds of things. Self-regulation and things, but in a really fun and playful way. So the kids are just having fun, but they're actually there's something else.
But they're actually being introduced to things that are really important, I think.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Well, we're going to go through 5 songs on your album, and we'll start with the title track, Time to Grow.
Okay. Well, I actually started performing this song before we met, and then I had put it away for a while because it just, for whatever reason, so the set list, I just didn't play it for about a year, and she heard it and she wanted to add it back to the sets that we were doing, and
then this little guy was really excited about it. This is Funny Bunny, and there's a part in Time to Grow that Funny Bunny gets to sing about carrots.
Yeah.
So and it was like this has to just be the whole center of the whole album.
Yeah. For everyone listening, Amanda is holding up a cute stuffed bunny rabbit.
Right. Can't see all the fun stuff going on here. So it became a really fun song again to perform live, and it was great to bring it back, and finally record it,
And it's not just about growing in the garden; it's about human growth, right? So so that's what makes it a little extra special.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's play it. Here it is. Time to Grow by KindKids Music.
The ground is warm, it's time to grow. Just last month it was all about snow. Toss those seeds down in the ground. Starts to grow with a little bitty sound. Time to grow. How high will it go? From the seeds I sow, I'm sitting here watching you grow. How it happens, I really don't know. Starts with photosynthesis, but there must be some magic in this. Time to grow. How high will it go? From the seeds I sow. It could be a tomato or a cucumber too. You might feed your whole family or your neighborhood too. Time to grow. How high will it go? From the seeds I sow, time to grow. How high will it go? From the seeds I sow, from the seeds I sow.
And that was Time to Grow. All right, the next song we're going to talk about is called Just for Today. So tell us about this one.
So this song is really special to me. Sometimes we just have to take a deep breath and, only control what we can control. And so this song speaks to that. And it's as important for parents as it is for the kids. They love to sing along with it. And we usually have Curious Kitty sing this song with us. But it is
Curious Kitty's napping right now, so no visits.
Most of the puppets are in bed at this time, but Funny Bunny was able to come out. So it just speaks to being present and being in the moment, and only being able to control what you can control. And so just for today,
And
again, very advanced concept, right? We can all relate to that as adults, but we can also introduce that concept early on, I think.
Yep, agreed. I have little ones myself.
Mm-hmm.
This concept would be good for them to learn at a young age.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's check this one out. Here it is, Just for Today by KindKids Music.
Worry. Just for today, I will not let anger win. Just for today, I will not let my fear guide me. Just for today. Just for today, I will keep my sense of wonder. Just for today, I will love with all my heart. Just for today, I will share my gifts of kindness. Just for today. Today I will be still in my body. Just for today I will try to do my best. Just for today I can rest and take a deep breath. Just for today.
And that was Just for Today. The next one is called Library. Tell us about Library.
See, library, I think started because I so many of my early shows were at libraries, and that's where, the first summer I was doing this, there was maybe 2 shows I did that summer. I was like, oh, I'll see what happens. By the next summer, I had probably had about 30 shows because like I said, it was just a very natural thing that grew. I didn't really put a lot of effort into it, which made me think, well, there's something here, and I was so grateful to the libraries. Not only that,
Me too.
but
I did the same thing.
yeah,
it was my
yeah.
librarians that gave me a platform to share my kids' music too. So,
Right. So again,
yeah.
when she heard the song, she was excited about it, and I was excited to, add. We used the book fairy.
Yeah.
The puppet for this song is the book fairy. So I was excited to do that to honor libraries, but librarians because they're the coolest people I know. And the other thing about this song that's, when I started this also, it was all about world music because I teach a lot of genres from around the world and study all those. So when I started the kids' music, I wanted to be world music for kids, and that was a big chunk of what I was doing back then. And this kind of goes along with that. It's got a real New Orleans kind of feel to it, and I got to take a little bit of a xylophone solo in there and really have some fun with the music part of it as well as the message, so
It's a very danceable tune.
yeah,
The librarians love it too.
Yeah, shout out to libraries. I've heard this story a few times from others, so good for them. They are huge supporters of Kindie artists.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, here we go. Library by KindKids Music.
The library is my favorite place to be. Library is my favorite place to be. Take any book that you see, then sit right down next to me. Library is my favorite place to be. Library is my favorite place to be. Library is my favorite place to be. Take any book from the stacks till you gotta go and take it back. Library is my favorite place to be. I just read a book about a fox.
I just read a book about Fort Knox.
I just read a book about a shark.
I just read a book about Acadia National Park.
Library is my favorite place to be. Library is my favorite place to be. Read that book from cover to cover. Get yourself a shirt that says I'm a book lover. Library is my favorite place to be. I just read a book about baking a cake.
I just read a book about Moosehead Lake.
I just read a book about the rain.
I just read a book about Portland, Maine.
Library is my favorite place to be. Library is my favorite place to be. Read that book from cover to cover. Get yourself a shirt that says I'm a book lover. Library is my favorite place to be. Library is my favorite place to be. Right. Library is my favorite place to be. Library is my favorite place to be. Hey, yeah. Come with me. We're gonna go to the library. Yeah. Take my hand, we're gonna walk downtown. Library, get out a book. Would you? Or 12.
And that was Library. Friends Forever is the next song. So tell us about Friends Forever.
Yeah, Friends Forever was, I think, the first song that I heard Rob do that I just thought, oh my gosh, this is so special. And I was teaching my kids sign language, and so I like to do the signs for Friends Forever. um, yeah, so this song had to be on the album. It's a KindKids favorite. We have a really special puppet named Muffy, who's a blue marionette, and she's been with us the longest.
She was the first marionette that came to Austin with us. That was the first puppet I think we ever used.
Yeah, we did. We've traveled nationally with our songs, and so yeah. So Friends Forever is a really, really special song.
And we get a lot of people singing on this one too, as a call and response, and that's super, super fun to hear that too.
So I have to ask, because we were 4 songs in, and each song has had a different puppet. Is that a theme for all of your songs?
We try. Some of them are just dancing songs. There is a song called "The Funky Monkey" where usually our audiences will make all the animal sounds. But other than that, yeah, we do try to have some kind of fun puppet that joins us.
Yeah, it's hard to do a show without some animal sounds. So that one's more about that.
Yeah. All right, let's check this one out. Here it is, Friends Forever by KindKids Music.
We're walking out on the ocean. You're talking and I'm listening. You're chasing some of those seagulls. We're racing, those waves are crashing. We're friends forever. We bend just like a river. We bend just like a river. You're crying about some problems. I'm trying to solve them. You're sharing some of your ice cream. We lose and we win on that same team. We're friends forever. We bend just like a river. We're friends forever. We bend just like a river. We love running in the rain, acting tough when we feel pain. We love knowing that we found such a good friend. Friend, yeah. We're friends forever. We bend just like a river. We bend just like a river. We're friends forever. We bend just like a river.
And that was Friends Forever. All right, last song we're going to talk about is called I Am Peaceful. Tell us the inspiration around this one.
So I Am Peaceful is probably the most impactful song that we have. It is it's a mantra, and it is a self-regulation tool. And we have parents and teachers and caregivers and kids that use this as a tool in their everyday lives. And it's the one song that we get videos of, parents will video their kids doing this song for us, because they're just saying, look at what we're using this, and look at how it's affecting them. It's sort of we touch our thumbs to our pointer fingers, and then to our next finger, and our next finger, and we say the words, I am peaceful. And we actually made a coloring book, a bilingual coloring book that went along with this song, that is available on our website and on our app too. But yeah, I Am Peaceful is a really special.
It's been very powerful for me. I think when we first performed it was at a concert at LOB, and there was probably 1,000 people there, and I was nervous because I didn't want to play something so gentle and calming and quiet and slow, because I feel like you gotta keep it moving, But we did that song, and it was just as gentle and calming and quiet as you could be, and there was no sound in the whole area that because during that song it was so quiet, and kids were getting they were doing the movements, they're singing along. It was incredible for me,
because the kids really
I had never done that.
Yeah.
I had never done a slow song at a kids show like that. So and it's usually our only one in the set or the show, but it was really powerful because not only was there participation in this slow meditative song, but it's something they take home with them. When things are getting agitated, or they can go to that song and it works.
Wonderful. Do you mix that one in like after a few fast ones, or? And then
we do that after the Funky Monkey song.
Yeah, right. Funky Monkey, and then
they're all wild. They're all wild, and then we bring them down. I'm like, just trust us. We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
We won't leave them. We won't leave them on that level.
And I guess I had to trust Amanda as well that first time, because I wasn't sure, but I trusted her, and it was great. It was great. Yeah.
All right. Wonderful. All right. Let's play this song. Here it is. I Am Peaceful by KindKids Music.
Myself down.
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
Tango la paz, si la tengo, yo puedo cuidarme, si yo puedo.
Hope everybody's all calm now after I Am Peaceful. All right. So that wraps up our song feature from the album Time to Grow. So let everybody know where they can stream, buy, and download that album, how they can find and connect with you guys on social media, and about your website and app.
Yeah, so we are Kind Kids Music. We are at kindkidsmusic.com. I update the website regularly, so there's new stuff up all the time. We're on Facebook and Instagram as Kind Kids Music, and all of our album is available on CD Baby, so it's on Spotify and all of those streaming sites. And over the pandemic, I taught myself how to develop an app. So we have a Kind Kids Music app that folks can download for free. There are stories, meditations, music education.
Yeah, that will be updating the music education stuff.
Our songs, our concerts we put up on the app. And folks can subscribe as well for even more exclusive content. But the app is free to download, and that's on the App Store. So yeah, kindkidsmusic.com is where all the good stuff is.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, Amanda and Rob, thank you so much for coming on the show. It has been an honor having you on.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Look forward to talking to you again soon.
And thanks for doing all the work that you do.
Yeah.
You are welcome.